about this tool. Have you ever used this tool?
No, sir.
All right. What is automation?
So automatic work by machines, sir. Without humans.
Sir, automation is the process by which we can convert one human action to human action should be intervened by the technology. This is the mimic of human action.
It's a mimic of human action that systems can do,
Yes.
which means no human intervention is needed. Machines can be programmed to do those jobs by themselves. That's what automation is. So, what are the things we automate? Have you seen any kind of automation around?
Data, sir.
Have you seen any automation?
It's OTP verification in our mobiles.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Sir,
All right. Yeah.
automation work is like every technology is providing us somehow automation in application, means every application like uploading photos and sending messages to mail. Somehow it's giving automation to the people.
Okay, got it. So, Power Automate or Microsoft Power Flow is one of the tools that helps automating business processes. What are business processes? Anything that involves software and human interaction, such as entering timesheet, seeking approval, seeking holiday approval, leave request, or passing file from one Outlook mailbox to another and then approving it. These are some business processes that are followed in an organization. With regards to our example, the application that we are building, reporting a problem is a business process, whereas notifying user that your ticket has been resolved is also a business process. So everything that involves software as a service can be automated. Before even when Power Automate was there were several tools in the industry, which are Visual Studio, SharePoint Designer, InfoPart Designer, but they all required you to be a developer and programmer to create automation. So for SharePoint, for automating SharePoint related tasks, you needed to be good with programming and coding. So this was life before Microsoft Power Automate came into a picture. As soon as Power Automate came into a picture, the whole agenda was to work less and do more, which basically means remove human out of the equation of software. Now, what I mean by human out of the equation, let's say you have an everyday task. You receive an email. That email has an attachment. Okay. Let's say PDF file. You have to download that PDF file. You have to send it to your manager. Your manager will approve that PDF file. Then you have to upload it to your shared drive where your team can access it. So this is an everyday task that Chandan does. Chandan come to office, download the file, send it to the manager, manager reply on that email, approve. Then Chandan also go ahead and upload that file into shared drive. These jobs can be eliminated. This repetitive task can be eliminated with the help of Power Automate. So Power Automate is a tool which will help you automate simple things. To automate things, they use connectors. So similar to that of Power Apps, Power Automate will also use connectors such as Power BI, approvals, Twitter, Excel Online, mail, because it need to interact from one service to another. So if I have a one service by the name of Microsoft Forms, all right, and somebody is submitting survey to that form, and I would like to receive that notification of that form on my Outlook. Okay, I'm doing a survey. As soon as someone submits form, I should receive that Outlook. I need connection of Power Automate with these services. So I need to connect to forms as well, right? And I need to connect to Outlook as well. So what exactly is a connector? A connector is a bridge between two services. It will let you do certain actions. We have used connector. In Power Apps we use Microsoft Dataverse connection and other connectors as well, right? That's what Power Automate connectors are. Now to start with, how can you access Power Automate? So Power Automate can be accessed on web browsers similar to that of Power Apps. And it also has a mobile based application, which is Power Automate mobile based apps. You all can go ahead and also download a mobile based application on your cell phone, where you can consume and create Power Automate solutions. And we are all aware about the benefits of automation. Why are we going towards automation? We are going towards automation because it reduces time. It minimizes human error. It increases visibility, better audit trials. Process can be scheduled and run in the absence of staff. And it also reduces deviation from standard business processes. So it's all about all the benefits that automation can does, and you can invest your time into more and more important aspects of business rather than just doing repetitive tasks. So how do I get into Power Automate? So the first thing I need to understand is I would have Power Automate options right over there available. Where is these options? So let me just go back here to my machine. All right. If I am into anywhere into portal apps, I'm going to close this. If I am anywhere, I can go to Power Automate right from here. Use the app launcher icon. Whether you are in Power Apps, you click on app launcher icon and click on Power Automate. Everyone should be here. This is known as Power Automate homepage. Were you able to access this page? Let me know once you all are here on this page. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you guys here on this page?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So whenever an automation would build up, this is where you would come up. The best way to learn Power Automate or to learn any tool is through the templates. As we learn templates in Power Apps, Power Automate also has some templates, right? So I will go to the left section, which is the template section right over here on the left panel. Alrighty, here are all the templates that are available. What are these templates? Ready-made flows available for me, ready-made automation available for me. So what are these automation? Let's say I have to automate something from Microsoft Dataverse. So as soon as a row is added to my table or any column changes in my table, any record changes, I'll see what are the options that are available from Microsoft Dataverse. Send a patient service center satisfaction survey, send email notification for assignment in project, track expenses by scanning receipt. This is all using Microsoft Dataverse. If I wanted to show what are the automation concepts available for SharePoint, I can see all of these options. For SharePoint, this one is very interesting. Send an email when a new item is created in SharePoint. I'll click on that template and it will take me to the template description screen. Right. Similarly, I can find a lot of templates by just searching them. They can be sorted out with popularity, name and publish, and it has different sections right over here. So I'm going to use SharePoint. All right. We'll go ahead with that. Send an email when a new item is created in SharePoint, add an item to SharePoint and send an email. This also connects Power Apps to the flow. Okay, go ahead, click on templates and see for all the values that are available.
There is two options, sir. SharePoint and Outlook option.
Sir, here is something scheduled, something automated. Something is scheduled, something is automated, something is instant. It means what, sir?
Yeah, it means they are different types of trigger. So excuse me. Whenever you want to start, when you want to start your flow, right? What you would do usually? You will schedule it to run it every morning, or whether it would be based out of some actions that you do. So while you create new flows, you often divide them into three categories: automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow, and scheduled cloud flow. We will learn a lot about them and we'll understand. For now, they are categorized into three. Cloud flows are categorized into three, which are known as automated, instant, and scheduled. If I go to templates, let's start understanding automated first. If I use SharePoint, SharePoint is a cloud-based tool, right? Send an email when a new item is created in SharePoint. So as soon as a new item would be created, I would receive that notification. So send an email when a new message is added in Microsoft Teams. These are all the concepts that are available for SharePoint. So SharePoint, if you want to connect to Power BI, Office 365, you want to connect to different services, those all can be also maintained. Start an approval for new file to move into a different folder. Send approval email when a new item is added. So I can use these templates to start making my flow. Post a message to Microsoft Teams for selected items. I'll give you a simple example. I have a SharePoint list. All right. Now let's go to my SharePoint. So I'll go to Power Automate here. And I'll click on SharePoint. Perfect. In this SharePoint, I have a list available, which is the HR team. Perfect. As soon as, and I have an absent tracker. Right. So anyone can come here and can upload about their request date, start date and end date. So like I can have enter information for Chandan, right? Chandan title. Chandan is going to be absent from tomorrow. All right. So maybe for 17 till 19, he's going to be absent, right? And he will save that information. So I'm using this to track that information. As soon as Chandan saves that information, I want it to flow to I wanted this information to go to his manager for approval, right? Once approved, it should also change the status. So these are some of the things that I do using Power Automate. So right now I know that I have to start using a SharePoint. So I will start with an automated cloud flow. I will call this as an absent process, or let's just say approval process, right? And I will choose for the right trigger. So what is the action that should start my flow? Saving that record on SharePoint, right? Which is almost creating an item. So when an item is created, this is where your flow would start. If I was using Microsoft Forms, so I would have used when a new response is submitted. So similarly, you will find there are a lot of triggers that are available. So there are two actions that we will be very much focused on: triggers and action. Trigger is where your flow starts. So when a file is created, when an item or file is modified, when you receive delivery report, which is on Africa Talking SMS, for all of the platforms, you have these connectors, right? Take a look at all the templates. Maybe take a look at Teams template. All right. If you send for Teams, then send an email when a new message is added to Microsoft Teams. Very easy. As soon as someone will send you an message, you will also receive that on an email. So I use this template. I click on continue. I have a flow ready-made available for me to use. The next thing that I see is a flow designer. This page is known as the flow designer, where I design my flows. Any questions, any queries?
Sir, our Power Apps will become Exxon, sir. Is it possible? Our apps.
Is it possible to start flow from Power Apps, right? Yes, it is possible. Power Apps can also be a trigger point. That is something we are going to try. So yes, for sure. Remember, what do you do in Power Apps? Whether you are updating a row in Microsoft Dataverse, whether you are modifying it, or you are just clicking on a button. If you are updating a row on Microsoft Dataverse, then you would say that it is an automated action on Dataverse. Whereas if you are clicking a button on Power Apps, it is an instant action. So you will go with instant cloud flow. We have a lot of classes on Power Automate, so you will have a very big picture of how these are classified and how these are used. Yes, come on. Any more questions? Bring it up.
Sir, this application is used for HR, like sir, HR will schedule the interview tomorrow, like with the help of Power Automate.
Your voice is very low. Please say it loud.
No, I'm saying, sir, with the help of Power Automate, like HR will schedule the interview tomorrow and day after tomorrow, right, sir?
I mean, yeah, I mean, they can for sure. Not only this, there are a lot of things that it does.
Yes, like reminder and notifications.
Basic things, yes, reminders can also be done. Now I'm using this template. I need to specify what teams I'm going to use. Yeah, go ahead.
For that purpose, no need of power automate is needed. You have to just schedule the meeting in the Teams application, and it will also showing that notification before 30 minutes that you have a meeting in Teams.
That is right. You know, there are a lot of approaches to do these things. You can use Power Automate, you can use other platforms as well. Now I have one team by the name of Fabricam. I am saying that as soon as anyone is pasting information on general, I should receive that on an email. So this is a very easy, flow that is only to make you understand that this is the first thing is trigger, second thing is action. I can add in between steps. I can add next steps in this flows as well. Right now, I only have 2 steps. When a new channel message is added, Fabricam post that message and I will save it. Once I save it, as soon as anyone will send any message on the general channel, I would receive that. So I'll test this flow right now. I'll go to my Microsoft Teams, right? I'll go to Fabricam and I will say testing email automation. As soon as I paste that information, right? Or as soon as I have new message posted here, my flow should run. Right. So I do have my flow right over here. And my flow should start running. You can see that all of my 2 processes has run successfully. When a new channel message is added, this was the input. It will let you know OData queries over here in the body as well. And it will also send me this information. So it is letting me know that I must have received that email. So now if I move towards Outlook, if I have one. Here is the message, new message on Microsoft Teams channels. Message from before Sharma, importance is normal. The body of that message is testing email automation. I had to configure only what Teams ID I'm going to use. Rather, the flow was pre-made for me because I used a template. Try it out. You can also try this template. Go ahead, go to the template, search for Teams. All right. But you would need a Microsoft Teams available at your end. So you might need to create a team at your end to test this process. How do you create a team? You click on join or create a team right over here. And you can create a team from here to test this one. For now, I will say that explore templates, explore how Power Automate is made, and also keep on researching about Power Automate, what it can do. Today was just an introductory topic, or let's say introduction to Power Automate from my end. But I want you to keep exploring about this tool and what are the capabilities of these tools. All right, let me know. Any questions? Any queries?
So Power Automate is only applicable in Power Platform or other applications are included?
Third-party applications can also be connected. Anything that has a REST API connector available, any service that has a connector available, Power Automate can connect to it.
For this REST API is needed.
REST API, so yeah, the platform should have a REST API. If it has a REST API, you can create a connector and connect to those services. All right, let me know any questions, any queries. We have just got introduced, so keep on exploring for Power Automate. You will find a lot of things. And now our further sessions will also be on Power Automate specifically.